So you don't have friends, but that's okay, let's make you one. Draw a line in the middle on a piece of wood, make a small mark on top and draw a head using the line for the symmetry. After that we're going to draw shoulders and arms, but don't forget to leave some space for the belly and legs, narrowing them a bit towards the bottom. You can also show the separation between the legs. And then move on to drawing rounded ears on the corners of the head. The last thing that we need to draw is the space for the nose that takes over a big part of the face. Get your whittling knife and get rid of all that extra wood carving away from yourself, or doing stop cuts and carving towards them, or doing a sweeping motion with your wrist. Outline is done, let's work on details and show every body part. Make the separation between the head and the ears until they are further back. Soften the edge that remained after carving and move on to establishing the nose area. I define it with a slicing cut first, and then I start removing wood around on the forehead, cheeks and then neck. And by the way, let's make the neck more prominent. I undercut it from both sides with a knife. And if you see that your little friend's neck is still too wide, you can fix that and add shoulders. One thing to remember is that the neck should be visible from all sides, so carve it at the back as well. Then I cut the ears from the back. Don't make them too thin so that they don't break. And do you see this hard rectangular edge? We need to soften it too until the head is nice and rounded. Let's move on to rounding the body now and removing flat surfaces by carving towards the neck. Then separate the arms from the back and make them narrower, since arms are not as wide as hips and a butt. Round the edges a bit more on the body itself so no sharp corners are left. And then let's create a butt. It's going to be somewhere here. Carve upwards in a sweeping motion until there is a clear and unmistakable back side. Now we're going to separate the legs, so I mark the space between them again from all sides and then carefully take the wood out with the knife. You can also use a saw for this. Here it is, looking cute. Facial features now. I draw a nose. I go round with the knife again and then carefully, and using just the tip of the knife, I remove a bit of wood around it. Now a simple mouth, widen the groove with your knife. You can also make him smile if you want. I decided to make the ears a bit smaller, so I do that and then I carve them a bit from behind so that they curve forward slightly. I hollow them out with the tip of the knife, or you could just leave it as is. Then I draw eyes and define them by carving a border around them. And here he is, a little bear that is ready to become your pocket friend. A